terrific Transformers reviews here, and today we will be taking a look at Transformers Power of the Primes Deluxe Class Dreadwind. And we see there he has his gun, what they call the Prime Armor. We know it's just a limb, we know it's a hand. But what's cool about this, something they add is it can be either a hand. They've cut down on the amount of plastic from where this would, the thumb would swivel, so they just put a peg here, which I think is interesting. Anyway, we can set the accessories off to the side and the figure off to the side and take a look at the card that came with the figure. So as we zoom in, you can see some very nice artwork. He's up in space flying with the Prime Masters behind him. But the back of the card says, "Amalgamous Dreadwind takes ominous airborne forms." Whatever that means, but so I guess when you take the Prime Armor and snap this piece off, you can put a Prime Master here. And if you had Amalgamous Dreadwind, you would take ominous airborne forms, I guess. But we can set that off to the side, put this back on, and take a look at the figure. Now, this is just a remold of one of the aerial bots, but it's an extensive remold, and it does a very good job. The only thing I'm not really a fan of is the cockpit. As you can see, you'll see why when I say that it doesn't mesh with the shape of the figure in its robot mode. But this is for all the gimmicks packed into the figure, this is very nice. We can see some beautiful Decepticon stickers here. I mean, tampoed on, with some silver painted on, and red here. And I think, yep, the cockpit is painted too. And then we can look at the bottom of the figure, and look, there's a robot mode. But that's what you get with a lot of Transformers that turn into planes. But that's about it for the vehicle mode. Or is it? We can take the Prime Armor and peg it on here, on the top, here, on the two ports here. There's one on each arm and one on each wing. And we can take the gun and like peg it in there. There's a lot of playability, and this will definitely do well with a lot of for kids. Kids will really like this idea. But anyway, we can take his accessories, set them off to the side, and we can transform him into robot mode. And we want to do that by pushing the cockpit up, then pushing it down, and that will peg into place. Then we can lift these up like that, come around, alright, let it focus, and we're going to lift the arms up, and then we will grab this and pull the legs out. At these joints here, we need to push in like that, bend them down one more notch, and then bend them up at these joints right here. And then taking the wings, we can fold these up, push these down, and then they will peg into the backs of the legs, and we can fold these in. Bring the figure around, separate the legs, position the arms, and rotate the head around, and there we have Dreadwind in his robot mode. Now, this is a very nice figure. First, it was $16, and I'm impressed with $16 as of what we get now. The combiner port is better hidden now. You can still see it, but it's okay. So now that he's in robot mode, we can go ahead and take a look at the head sculpt. I noticed there is a little scuffing on this side of the face, but it looks okay, doesn't look bad. But the eyes are painted a nice yellow, and the ears are painted too, and his head is on a ball joint, so he can look up, and he can't really look up, but he can look down a little bit. Not a lot of side to side movement. But as for the rest of the articulation, the arms rotate all the way around. You go out at the shoulder. I'm calling it this. This looks like it's a shoulder joint. But anyway, he has a nice elbow bend and it rotates mid bicep. He has a waist swivel, ball joint at the hip, so he can go out that far, forward, and back, and he has a nice knee bend too. But we can go ahead and peg his gun in too to show that off. And we can get to the. We can also take this prime armor and pick it off, and that's a gun too if you want him to hold that. But anyway, the main gimmick of this line is that you can fold. On Dreadwind, he has this piece here that folds down, and you put that peg down, and you're supposed to be able to peg this in and put whatever Prime Master in you want, and he has that power. We can show this off with Astro Train's Titan Master because it's the same mold relatively. So we take that off. We can take Astro Train, and now Dreadwind has attached Astro Train's head to his body. But that's where the Prime Master would go. So we can set it off to the side and peg this back on, and go ahead and take this off. And you can peg it in on the arm or anything you want, but that's about it. But all in all, Dreadwind is a very nice figure. I really do like this. I have no issues with it. I like the paint. He's got red here, a nice Decepticon symbol right here, silver on the knees, his toes are painted. You can't, and also you can take the wings and fold them back like that, but I like this. It hides this mess right here. And you can also, zooming out, we can also get him in some nice poses too. But we can go ahead and I'll show you how to transform him back into his jet mode. You just want to so first we just want to straighten the body out, rotate the head back, come back here, and that's an issue I've always had with figures that combine like this. With this mold is easy to get in the way. But we can pull the cockpit down, push it up, and it'll snap into place. We can peg the feet together. We can fold these out like that. Fold those down, which allows us to bring the arms down. We want to angle these out of it a little bit, and then push those legs into those compartments. Then bring these wings out like that. Push the arms back in, and then push this down, and there is a tab right here that'll peg in right there. And then the arms peg into this right here. And then we can do the same thing over here. And I know I said there are any issues, but I think this is just a QC issue where this doesn't like to stay pegged in. So, like that, it just pops back out. But it looks okay, and it's perfectly fine. But to finish our transformation off, we fold those down, and there's Dreadwind in his vehicle mode. And that's it for this video. Tune in next time.